Nikki and Ragdoll. Afraid of the Ragdoll on the side of Thompson's getting pre-banned.
The Ragdoll pre-ban is really good. I think he was hoping that the Nikki didn't get pre-banned because the Ragdoll is a very strong counter when you have that many multi-hits.
Most definitely. Big V with the first pick. He needs to start digging in Thompson's box here. I'm expecting to see the Gianna first pick, and it looks like CR is going to be the first pick he's taken.
I think CR actually has more value in this situation than Gianna. Gianna is a very good follow-up to a lot of things, but Sierra enables the speed lead. And in the meta right now with all of these incredibly fast SWC contenders, these speed leads are valuable. We saw it in the last match there with True Whale and with Fame Emery. They both pre-banned speed leads in the first round.
Oh, well, it looks like Gianna and Chiwu coming out for Thompson here, getting himself a speed lead to help compete against Big V's 24 speed lead Ciara as well.
It's a pretty good draft, actually. The response of the double stripper and the speed lead opportunity doesn't really leave or give away too much, I guess. But Big V slapping down a Triton, something we don't see too often unless there's a Hagang on the field.
Yeah, you definitely don't see it too often here. Triton is coming out. I feel like that can't help but be like a respect draft to Thompson's speeds of his units, because we all know how fast this Triton can be.
Most definitely. The second speed lead comes out there for Thompson. Thompson taking the Nefties and the Light Monkey King. Both of these units incredibly strong, incredibly good pairing. But Big V here, not quite sure if he wants to take the Hagang, simply because Hagang into the Chiwu is a bit of a risk.
Whoa, this is very interesting to see a Tableau and Jameyer coming up for Big V, getting more speed leads, just like Thompson's bringing into his team as well.
I think this is actually an incredibly good draft from Big V. This is something that, look, you can even see it in Thompson's face. He's a bit confused. He's not sure what to take. He's gambling on how fast these units actually will be.
Looks like Thompson's going to be going with the Ganymede, locking this in with the Ventilate, of course, the reset with third skill. Ganymede, always a very strong pick.
I gotta say, one of the most interesting things for me about the actual cups here is being able to watch the players as they go through this. Seeing, Thompson's reactions to all this draft is something totally I was not expecting.
Definitely not. Thompson's such an animated character. I absolutely love this guy. And we got our bans coming out here. Looks like the Triton is going to be banned, and the Chiwu is getting banned on the side of Thompson.
So both players banning the higher base speed unit on the opposite side.
Yep, well, here we go, guys. We have our first match, Thompson and Big V. Let's get into it.
And oh my goodness, Big V is so fast. Taking first turn with the Tableau. Here we go. The speed buff on the team.
Tableau doing exactly what Tableau does. We're going to see a reset coming out here for Okeanos. Don't know who's could possibly go on to. Maybe the Gianna choosing to go for that Light Monkey King.
The speed tuning on this team, absolutely incredible. It does get the reset on the Monkey King. Is going to hopefully get a stun here on the Ganny. We'll rotate it back again and then reset most likely the Nefties here.
All right, there's the return dice coming up, reducing the attack bars. Of course, we've got Okeanos with that skill too. Once again, let's see if it is going to be on top of the Neftis.
Here it is. The spear does land on the Nefties, does get the reset as well. Sierra's bomb should come up here on the Ganny to deny the violent proc, but misses the bomb.
That is not the CR people want to see showing up for SWC. Bomb misses on top of the Ganymede.
Have to be careful though. Big crits from Jameyer. Jameyer plus the dot does take out the Ganymede. And it's looking like a pretty good advantage here for Big V.
Definitely a really good advantage indeed. He was able to get that stun on top of the CR. Is he going to get another stun with the first skill of the Light Monkey King? Does not receive it.
No stun there. Has to really take down this Monkey King really early. Gets the bomb from the Gianna. It's a good bomb to land, an important one to hit right away.
Definitely a great bomb to land here, because this Ciara has no chance with coming back from this one. The bomb's going to re-stun it here. But we've got Rain of Stones landing on top of all of Thompson's units.
Big B could go for the skill 2 here. Wants the slow debuff more than anything. Gets the stun and the extra turn, double fours, and the glancing on the Light Monkey King. That's a lot of value here.
Yeah, big stun indeed. The additional turns coming out of Jameyer. He's looking to drop this Light Monkey King. Looking so good for Big V right now.
Oh, here we see it. The power of the Tableau Jameyer cleave opportunity.
There's the reset going out on top of the Neftis once again. Big skill 1 finishing off Neftis here. We know Thompson to take his time here. He's going to be thinking about it. He's going to let Big V take down this Gianna here.
Big V giving him the respect, noticing he probably wants that time as well. Takes the time to think about what he's going to prepare for the next draft. But this is a classic example of some incredible homework. Big V looking like he's taking the first round.
Yeah, Big V, well done. Awesome draft coming out of him. I'd love to see what he's got coming up here going into round 2. And we've got the round 1 victory to Big V.
Big V looking calm, cool, and collected there. Just thinking about what he wants to do for the next match. Absolutely incredible. I gotta say, he really knew what he wanted, and he made it work.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see the second match here with Thompson and Big V. Is Thompson going to learn from this first match here? Are we going to see a different pre-ban coming out of him or what?
A lot of cool stuff coming out here. Big V totally using a different kind of draft that we would normally see in SWC. Something we would more likely see in one of the other Europes. I would say most likely in the APAC region we would see those kind of cleaves, but you know, Big V just whipping it out here against Thompson, and it just showed it was very effective.
Very effective indeed. New pre-bans should be coming out shortly.
Be interested to see if Big V actually pre-bans the Sierra so Thompson can't have it. That would be an interesting opportunity to pre-ban. Also, the Oki could be an interesting opportunity pre-ban, but on Thompson's side, I really have no idea what he's going to ban from Big V.
Definitely could be a lot of things here, and he does not want to see the Tableau again. We got Light Monkey King getting banned out and the Tableau.
That is some respect. Thompson respecting the Tableau. He knows it's outspeeding his team. He knows it's too safe of an option for Big V if he leaves it up.
Well, first pick for Thompson. Let's see what he does here. Is he going to take that CR away from Big V and then let Big V take the Gianna? But it looks like Okeanos is going to be the priority unit.
Yeah, Thompson doesn't actually quite need the Sierra. Has a lot of other speed lead opportunities here. We do know that he has the Nephthys, the incredible speed lead, and the full CC opportunity on first turn. Big V leaning if he wants to take it now, possibly taking the Ganny here to break the Ganny-Oki combination. These two players have such a vast depth in box that it's really interesting to see what they go for. Oh, and there it is.
Big V, the big entertainer. We're going to see a water sky surfer.
I really like this, actually. I know that Thompson was testing out his water sky surfer. Miles, actually a pretty strong unit. Very, very good turn one contender. If many units have will or if a shield set is up, has a really, really good opportunity to take a lot of speed for that turn one.
Nephthys and Chiwu coming out for Thompson. He's got double speed leads here.
You like the double speed leads. Pretty classic setup, but I think he knows that that Miles is going to take turn one. Miles is pretty scary, actually. Strip into stun chance, but underrated for how much damage he can actually deal. It's almost like when I fought you the other day and the Oliver just started hitting me really hard.
Wow, such an interesting draft coming out of Big V. We don't see this, but it's the Dark Raccoony.
Yeah, we see a Croa, something we most definitely would not see on a regular basis. But something interesting to note is that that unit does give speed buff.
Very interesting to see here, the Akroa. This might be a first time we've seen this in America's Cup, but Thompson's going to be drafting and wrapping it up here with a Gianna and Changpeng.
I really like the Changpeng. Gianna, obviously great stripper in this situation. Would have been Gianna or most likely Hagang. Whoa, Big V got some weird stuff going on. We're seeing a bunch of 2 stars and 3 stars today.
Hats off to Big V. This is amazing to see. Does he choose to lock in the Konamiya? And he does lock in that Konamiya.
Alvin is thoroughly confused. You can see it right on his face. He has no idea what's going on. He's just like, what is this? And even us, we're confused.
That Ciara's banned out, Changpeng's banned out. We have a very exciting match ahead. What an interesting draft coming out of Big V. I can't wait to get in it, so let's go! Chiwu looking for a full team strip, attack bar reduction. That's exactly what Thompson gets here. Rain of Stones is going to be coming out to get the stun on everybody. I mean, nobody.
Oh my, no value there from the Rain of Stones, but we'll get the silence here on the Lulu.
Does get that silence. A lot of dots coming out here. Croa looking to just first skill something.
I'm not really sure what the idea here is with Big V's draft. Maybe it's the 3 protect 1 composition, possibly looking to protect that Miles, take out this. Oh, the extra turn from the Konamiya.
Huge additional turn coming out of Konamiya. Konamiya does have a chance to cleanse everybody. Does land that. We've got the skill 2 that may land on top of this Miles or chooses to go for the Lulu.
Oh, and the resistance from the Lulu onto Okeanos. Thompson is not looking super good right now. A lot of healing and protection here on Big V's side, and not a lot of damage going to be coming out from Thompson.
You can see Thompson wants to eliminate this Lulu from the field. We got the skill 2 of Croa maybe happening right now. Chooses to get that slow on top of that Gianna.
Interesting. Goes for that. So something worth noting is the Croa actually does scale on defense, so it does synergize well with Miles' leader skill there, the 44% defense lead for Arena.
Yeah, Thompson's still trying to pile in as much damage on top of this Lulu, but it's not going to matter here. All the sustain in the world having Lulu on the field. Miles with that beautiful stun on top of Gianna, by the way.
So looking to save the Konamiya research for the Miles for extra damage. I was wondering if he was going to cleanse the Miles attack buff and then resurge the Lulu for AoE immunity.
Woo, Miles really piling in the damage on top of Gianna with no sustain on the side of Thompson. He really needs to turn around.
Yeah, speed buff's coming up here. Croa is going to give the buff to the team, but needs to be sure and take out that Gianna. We know that Gianna's on Swift, so she's probably going to go down here.
There's that third skill. Everybody has a little bit of a heal with that speed buff as well. I mean, he definitely doesn't need to skill two himself, so he's just going to pile on the damage on top of that Gianna. Looking so good right now for Big V.
You could even see it. He said it. He said, wow, he was impressed by a draft like this. Something that he's never seen before. Something that we've never seen before. Look at that damage coming out from the Miles. No crit, 12k damage with attack buff, 8k without. This is an incredible showing of something different. Something that we have never, ever seen before in the history of SWC.
And that's exactly what it is. We've never seen this before. We've got three stars on the field right now. One of them being 2-8, but still such a strong draft coming out for Big V.
Wow, this is crazy. It's incredible. The extra turn there gets the cleanse again, denies the Nephies an extra turn, and stuns from Konamiya using these low base speed units.
I mean, he needs to go for the third skill, but what Thompson needed was just a little more sustain to keep his team alive, and he knows it. Big V taking round 2 away from Thompson.
That was weird. There's no other way to say it. That was weird, but it was great. It was incredible. It makes me excited to see the level of creativity we see from the players in this.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, preparation and bringing something your opponent is not ready for. Big V needed to know what Thompson's going to draft. No, you know what? Thompson needed to know what Big V was going to be drafting here because Big V brought something he was not ready for. And that's how you win tournaments. Big V just impressed me so much.
Yeah, Big V, definitely a huge underdog. You know, like that fan art said, he's going to be the big one this time.
Well, let's see if we're going to see a huge adjustment getting into round 3. Is Big V going to get the huge upset with the 3-0 on Thompson, or can Thompson take a match away from Big V and continue forward?
Going to be playing an uphill battle here. He's down 2 and does not have first pick. I do like the Okeanos pre-ban.
Yeah, that's right. Pre-bans are out. Ragdoll's getting pre-banned and Okeanos is getting pre-banned here.
Yeah, a lot of value on that first turn that Big V gets out of the Oki. We saw it was incredibly fast alongside his Tableau, but locks in the Nikki immediately. That's the one I've been waiting to see.
Locks in the Nikki immediately, even though Thompson cannot draft that Nikki. He locks that in. We've got Fire and Bison in Chung Pung coming out for Thompson. I wonder if we're going to see a little bit of sustain coming up for Thompson this time.
I think Big V actually leans towards this Nikki because it's a comfort draft for him. He's up 2 matches, so I don't think he minds possibly giving one up to test and see if something works here against Thompson. Maybe something he's actually prepared, possibly for True Whale.
I'm honestly expecting to see a Lulu coming up for Big V right now after seeing that Fire and Bison, but we'll see.
Big V, goes for the double Oko girls. We see the Annabelle locks in the speed lead Sierra there.
Yep, Annabelle Ciara coming up for Big V. Thompson looking to respond. Let's see if he has a change here. We are going to see the Lulu coming up for Thompson and Gianna.
Very good safe option here. Has to be careful though, because Nikki does apply a lot of debuffs, so will deny the immunity there from the Lulu and the heal.
Yeah, most definitely Big V with 2 more picks. Is he going to surprise us like he did with that last match? What are these last 2 picks from Big V? Because honestly, I couldn't guess a single one at this point.
Going for it again, flashing the Konamiya. Konamiya and Diana come out as the last 2 picks for Big V here.
Konamiya, Diana. Konamiya for a second match. You just love to see it at this point. Thompson looking to respond after seeing a Diana Konamiya coming out here. Is Thompson going to make an adjustment?
Ooh, locks in the Antares. Antares good against the Diana, leaning most likely towards the Annabelle or the Konamiya ban in this situation. I think Big V is actually leaning towards a Carnal ban here.
We're about to find out what these 2 are going to be banning out there. Nikki is going to be gone. Chung Pung is going to be gone here. Here we go, guys. We're getting into a round 3 with Big V and Thompson. Let's go, guys. We've got an exciting match ahead.
I'm a little scared for Big V here. I think that Antares is actually pretty scary.
I'm a little scared for Thompson. He has a chance of getting 3-0'd right now.
Oh, look how fast these cleansers are. They're ready to take out that Gianna's stun, but not really sure what to do here. There it is. The first turn for Antares.
Yep, first turn for Antares, looking for a Despair Stun on top of Diana, not receiving it here, but the bomb is coming out on top of Antares. If this Antares is going to be gone here, I think Thompson's immediately going to be put into a bad situation.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. He needs to either take out one of these cleansers or take out this Diana early on.
We'll see what this bomb placement is going to be with the Gianna, and the bomb's coming out on top of the Kona Mia, cycling a little bit of attack bar here. We're going to see a big third skill coming out, looking to drop the attack bars of Big V. Thompson clearly taking his time here.
I'm interested to see why he didn't put the bomb on the Diana. He knows that the attack bar could push it, and if she were to get the additional turn, it would have blown up. Would have taken some more damage on that situation.
Definitely. We've got Diana here looking to possibly shield up, protect the team just a little bit, choosing to go for a stun instead. Antares proccing up, but of course we've got Lulu ready to sustain the side of Thompson.
Big V playing it very safe, doesn't want to put the shields up, knows he needs to wait till he can get that cleanse because the Gianna has the stuns up.
Yep, Gianna has the stuns up indeed. We're going to see that cleanse possibly on, oh, no, on everybody. I'm sorry. And then Ciara looking to place a bomb on top of the Antares to keep that unit back. And Ciara not needing to miss a bomb here. Misses that bomb on top of Antares.
That's something classic we see fairly often. Not sure if we're going to see the skill 3 here. Might save it. Might just go for it anyways to get the slow debuff up. 3-turn slow debuff is effective against the Gianna, even if she gets to place the bomb.
Yep, Death Break on top of the Antares. He wants to eliminate this unit from the field, and that bomb is once again back out from the Gianna.
Something worth note, though, that's a revenge Diana, though. That could have been scary. Oh, the defense break damage hit. Oh, man, it's not looking good for Big V. Diana's about to go down.
No. And we've got Lulu trying to eliminate the Diana. I think the Fire and Bison's going to be ready here to get rid of this Diana because he can't sustain his team. Thompson makes the right decision, removing that unit from the field.
Big V needs an extra turn here on the Sierra and a bomb, but Antares cuts and denies the extra turn.
Yep, Antares, big Despair Stun on top of that Ciara right now. We can get another bomb maybe onto the Annabelle, but he still has cleanses for both of his units.
I want to put the bomb here on the Konamiya. The Konamiya was on Violent last we saw and does not have the cleanse available.
Boosts himself up, looking for a stun, possibly onto the Lulu.
And gets the extra turn anyways. The resistance there, no stun onto the Gianna.
Comes a cleanse coming out for Annabelle. No additional turn here. See a skill 2 heal going out on Gianna. Can't get that bomb, but the bomb's definitely going to be placed possibly on top of this Antares to slow this unit down, or is he going to have a change of hat here? And no, he does place that bomb on top of the Antares.
Interesting that he chooses to blow it up, though, and not go for the skill 1 for the extra attack bar. Konamiya does have cleanse available.
I'm not sure we're going to see any of these bombs going off, having both of these cleansers here. You see a
but a huge potential violent proc. Here it is. Here's the attack buff.
Attack buff bomb with the Ciara. Let's see if this is what Big V does. He could be eliminating a unit here with this attack buff bomb.
Oh, I don't think we have the bomb, though. We're 1 turn away because he actually chose to blow it up last time instead of going for the rotations. Chose not to use it on himself, but gets the extra turn. There's the bomb anyways.
Yep, there's that additional turn. Bomb looking really good on top of that Antares, and of course Gianna looking very low right now. Big sleep with the additional turn. He's able to drop the Gianna here, and that's exactly what he's going to be doing. Another additional turn coming out once again. Going with a skill 3 defense break, slows on not everybody, but we do have Lulu ready to sustain.
Oh my god, though, the Annabelle coming out at the end of the match, just like when Fate Memory and True Whale were playing. That huge skill 3 does deny the Lulu immunity here.
Yep, Psycho Crusher trying to do as much work as possible. If we get the additional turn coming out of Konamiya, we may see a revive here. But no, Antares almost trying to finish up that Ciara here. Thompson needs to drop that damage dealer.
Oh, this bomb, though, could be enough to kill the Lulu if it does land.
Well, let's see if this bomb does come out on top of the Lulu, and it does land on the probably max resistance Lulu. Bomb sits on, he goes to detonate this unit, and the Lulu stays alive.
Oh, there it is. Antares proc is going to take out Sierra.
There it is. Antares got the additional turn, taking out the Ciara here. We've got another additional turn coming out of this Fire and Bison. Of course, we could choose to sustain, but I think Big V needs to be on the offensive. He needs to keep going after this Lulu, remove this unit from the field. We've got that big Despair Stun on top of Konamiya, and huge heal right on top of that Lulu.
Lulu with the violent proc into the skill 2. Skill 2 absolutely incredibly strong for Lulu. Gets the heal plus the self-heal bonus. Goes to full HP there.
Yeah, both units are going to be full HP. A lot of heal, a lot of cleansing on the side of Big V, but a lot of additional damage on the side of Thompson.
Yeah, this match definitely looking towards favoring Thompson here, but you never know. 2 water units here against the Antares. A lot of damage could come out.
Definitely. We're going to see a third skill coming out here, trying to get some stuns. No stuns are going to be available on top of the Anavel. First skill onto the Antares, and it's dealing a lot of damage right now.
Thompson landing slow debuff on both units, though, does have pretty good value out of that, saving that skill 2.
Ooh, big skill 2 trying to drop it. Does not drop it. We're going to see a skill 3 so we can get rid of that slow on top of his units. And there you go. There's the big cleanse. We're going to see a provoke land on the water unit. We do not.
Interesting that he didn't research his Anavel. Oh, actually, Anavel didn't have, I was going to say, stronger than Konamiya's skill 3 heal.
Big sleep on top of that Fire and Bison. Was able to heal himself up here. Not looking so bad for Big V still, but he needs to be able to get something rolling here. And of course, the additional damage rolling out from the Antares, trying to get this Anavel as low as possible.
That attack buff is pretty good damage there. Oh, lands the provoke with the M Bison.
That was huge. Are we going to see the sleep coming out? No sleep coming out here. Does he get the stun on top of this Antares?
Has to stun the M Bison. Otherwise, it's goodbye Anavel.
Let's see what happens. Chooses to go for the stun on top of the Antares. We got Psycho Crusher coming out once again. Thompson finally taking a victory away from Big V, and we're going into a round 4.
Yeah, quite an interesting match there. I'm still quite not sure I'm convinced on this Konamiya, but it tried its absolute hardest. It was a pretty tough matchup here for Big V, fighting into that Lulu.
We're not... if we're definitely unsure what this Konamiya is going to be doing, I'm unsure what Big V is going to be doing here. He's got so many things we're just not prepared for. These have just been nothing but exciting. I can't wait to see what's going to be drafted here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I fully agree with the Nikki first pick. Although it is something that is fairly neutral in the draft, he can really play around different opportunities. I don't think he really needs to take it. I think he needs to take something away from Thompson, whether it's the Okeanos, whether it's the M Bison, whether it's the Chung Pung early on, knowing that he's going to be drafting a lot of these, control cleanse units.
Yeah, Thompson back on the tableau, wants to make sure he doesn't see a repeat of that first match. And of course, the Light Monkey King is getting banned out for, on Thompson's side.
I wonder if Thompson's going to lean towards the same thing. He did have the Okeanos last time in this exact ban setup. He could go for something else. Could take the Sierra. Could even go for an immediate Chung Pung or an M Bison pick.
Ooh, there's a CR for Thompson, taking that away from Big V. Big V so far not really prioritizing a Gianna in his draft at all.
Yeah, Big V playing a lot of interesting non-will turn 2 kind of stuff, but honestly doing it super well.
Definitely taking his time here. Looks like Okeanos is going to be a unit that he's going to be taken away from Thompson, and he is going to prioritize the Gianna finally.
Well, call it a caster's call. You called it. You said, "Where's the Gianna?" and he brought it out for you, Stoic. There it is, the Gianna and the Okeanos.
For a second, I thought it was unsummoned at this point. Thompson looking at a Hagang and a Nephthys.
When you don't see the Gianna come out that long, part of me thinks that maybe Big V didn't have a Gianna. Maybe I was forgetting it. But there it is. Hagang, obvious pick. Big V knows that that's going to come out against the Gianna. Surprised he didn't take it with it right away or kind of wait till later in the draft to take both together.
Woo, I was actually expecting to see a Lulu coming out of Big V, but we're going to see that Triton and the Samath.
Triton, very effective against all these units, especially that Hagang. Oh, that really high base speed setup. It's going to be interesting what Thompson takes here. Has the 2 speed leads already, so is flexible in what he can draft. There it is, the Ragdoll Lulu. Very safe option. Very, very safe option.
Extremely safe option coming out for Thompson, wrapping up his draft here. This is exactly what I wanted to see from Big V. Every match has been a different change of pace, and I think that's what exactly you have to do with a player like Thompson. Make him think, make him work for all of his wins here, and Big V's done an excellent job throughout all of these matches at making Thompson work. Big V's got one last pick to throw Thompson off, and it is going to be the Charlotte.
I really like the Charlotte here. I think Charlotte's incredibly good in this draft. He's a lot of attack bar pushback, a lot of control, and a lot of additional damage. The Charlotte brings the slow debuff as well.
Let's see what the bans are going to be, because I have no clue at this point. Big V has been surprising us every match.
I think it's going to be Hagang and Charlotte, most likely. The slow debuff is too much for Thompson to deal with, even with the Ragdoll on the field. But could ban out the Ragdoll instead. That's also a very safe option.
Whoa, Hagang and Okeanos are getting banned out here. Here we go, guys. This is going to be a fun one. We're getting into round 4 with Thompson and Big V. Leader skills have been chosen. Speed leads for the both of them, but we're expecting Big V to be taking first turn here, guys. Let's go.
I want to know if this is on Swift or Despair. It's looking like Swift. That's a very...
Yeah, fast indeed. Does not get the full strip here. Nep just able to hold on to her immunity. We're going to see the skill 2 coming out on top of Gianna and that Triton.
Something worth note is I think that Gianna's on Violent Revenge. It's not on Will, and it's also not Swift speeds.
A lot
I'll
of
be interested to see what we get out of this.
A lot of damage there on top of Gianna. Of course, additional turns coming out for this Charlotte here, looking for a full team stun. Not able to stun this Lulu.
Worth mention that Sierra's on Revenge as well.
Ooh, little damage into the Lulu. Of course, we're going to see a big skill 2 coming out. Here comes the overwhelmed damage from this.
No, cooldown reset. Reset puts Big V at a very, very big disadvantage. He really needed to hit that cooldown reset on the Lulu. Even if Lulu got an extra turn, it would have been a little bit more of an equalizer. See, Big V down there is losing his cool a little bit. He's a little frustrated from that one.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to see Triton possibly pass something over. Does he pass over? He passes over a glancing on top of the Lulu.
It's not looking very good for Big V. Thompson really going to take him down. There goes the Gianna. Gianna goes down already.
Yeah, it's starting to really favor Thompson now. We've got Triton looking to get dropped out very soon, but we're going to see some crazy stuff coming out of the Charlotte. There's an additional turn right there. Is he able to get a sleep? Not able to get a sleep here.
Sierra's a little far away from the bomb, but it's not looking good. I don't think Big V's Samantha is going to be enough for nuke damage return, especially against a wind unit there.
Definitely, but he was able to get the Despair Stun on top of that Lulu, which can help him out a little bit here. We're going to see an attack break coming onto the Samath.
Charlotte does have skills ready. Actually, this could rotate enough damage if he gets pretty lucky. There is always the opportunity. Otho girls have been known to do scarier things in the past.
Most definitely. We've got glancing on top of Ciara and Lulu right now. So does he choose to reapply this glancing, or is he going to keep pummeling the damage into the Lulu? Chooses to go for the Ciara instead.
Needed to land that Despair Stun through the glance, but didn't get it. There it is. The bomb up on the Charlotte. It's not looking very good here.
Yeah, he was able to get the full team stun there, but it doesn't really matter what landed. It was kind of over at that point. This is an attack broken Samath. He can go for the skill 2. Does go for the skill 2, hoping for some resets there.
Actually, Big V has the opportunity to win the match here. If he lands a Despair Stun on the Revenge and crits the Sierra, he could actually return and kill here.
Whoa, not enough damage. Ragdoll finishes off there. Thompson responds. We're getting into another game 5.
Now, these matches are absolutely incredible. Very close. It seems like Big V's running out of steam. He's not sure what to take. He's run out of his unique picks. Might have to go for something a little bit more meta, a little bit more standardized.
You know, as nervous as Big V feels right now, Thompson probably may feel even more nervous with what Big V's done to him. This ride that he's given Thompson here in this game 5, I bet we might see something that, you know, maybe we saw in that second match that really surprised us.
We're going to see the original pre-bans. I don't know if Thompson's going to swap it up again, though. We saw him change it up on the first and the third match there. Seeing the tableau go on this one.
Ragdoll, Okeanos are going to be the brand new pre-bans getting into game 5 here.
Pre-bans, same as the third match there. Thompson Sierra is definitely a contended pick here, though. That very fast Revenge Sierra was pretty scary for Big V.
Ooh, flashing the Nikki immediately again, sending the Nikki out for first pick.
I do still like the Nikki for Big V. As much as I said I am worried about it being a first pick, Thompson did ban it out last time, so there is a lot of value in that being there on the field.
Well, Thompson answering with a Light Monkey King and a Chung Pong. This Nikki actually might be a signal of showing him one of his cards. Hopefully that he drafts, you know, already planning to let the Nikki through might be what Big V's hoping for.
Interesting. The Shiho, the Water Monkey King, along with the Triton come out. Triton we already knew was incredibly fast, so Thompson is going to have to either slap down some speed leads here or be able to control it on that first turn.
And he's banned that Triton before, so he may ban that Triton again, but let's see if it's the Nephthys Chiwu again for Thompson to respond here. But I don't think that did him very well last time.
Yeah, Lulu's a very safe pick here. Does have the M Bison opportunity, but goes for the Han.
And I think that's exactly what we needed to see from Thompson. He needs a change of pace here. He needs something that Big V's possibly not ready for. And it looks like Big V is going to take the Gianna away from Thompson. And honestly, there's only one sustain unit on the side of Big V.
Big V taking a Charlotte or Sierra here could be pretty effective. Sierra's a very good speed lead opportunity into the draft. Big V actually leaning a pretty aggressive draft here into Thompson, and I think it has quite the advantage as well.
Definitely. I can't help but favor Big V right now with that extremely aggressive draft. Thompson has one last pick here. Can he disrupt the aggressive plays coming out of Big V right now?
I think the scary part for Big V is he knows Gianna's off will, but if the Triton gets banned, he does have the speed lead to kind of make up the difference there.
Ooh, and it's Diana coming out from Thompson. Very interesting last pick here.
I don't know if I like that Diana last pick. It's kind of scary because if he bans the Diana, he has a ton of damage to kill this Lulu on first turn. If he gets the strip into the Nikki skill 3, attack buff skill 3 on Monkey is 6 hits, and that's a lot of additional damage.
Oh, the resistance lead for Thompson. Can Thompson resist, or is Big V going to get the big upset in Thompson? Let's see, guys.
Here it is. Big V skill 3 coming in. Do we see the pushback and the strips?
Ooh, not on Lulu and not on that light Monkey King.
Not feeling very good about that. Big V a little bit upset about those strips, but there should be enough damage to kill this Monkey King on the first turn.
That was massive damage from that Water Monkey King. And of course, Ciara here is going to be ready to finish off that light Monkey King. Bomb is going to be actually detonated. This could remove Hahan from the field. And that's it. I don't know if Thompson's going to have enough to come back from this. Big V with massive plays.
I don't think it's enough. He needs a violent proc here on the Chunk Punk. Doesn't get it. No strip on the Monkey. Monkey still has the attack buff.
Brackets may be broken today. No silence is going to be landed on that Chung Pong. Looking for a stun with that Water Monkey King not receiving it right there.
Guys, we said it already, but Nikki with that incredibly high damage, the self-attack buff, basically took out that Monkey King alongside the Water Monkey King. There was just so much damage from Big V's draft here.
Yeah, there really was. Thompson needs, honestly, a miracle at this point. Can he get the additional turn with the Chung Pong? He does get the additional turn, looking to try and pummel as much damage in that Water Monkey King as possible. It's technically not over with a Lulu and Chung Pong.
Yeah, pummel indeed. Resets the full team. Sierra's looking pretty scary, though. The extra turns on the chip damage from her skill 1 is really, really high.
Ooh, full strips coming out of that Chung Pong, but he does have a skill 3 to get the invincibility up here, looking to get rid of that Chung Pong. And there you have it. It is definitely over. Big V with the big victory over Thompson.
Oh my gosh, history is being broken, and history is being